his mother, Wanda.
Very, very big welcome to Chelsea.
Thank you.
Do you come often? Do you come always?
No, I've been only 3 times before, and the last trip was 3 years ago. And it was very, very crowded, and I thought, I don't think I could do it again. But here I am, and I love it. It's so worthwhile. It's only that when it's very crowded, you can't actually get up close sometimes to the places you particularly want to see. And but today it's been wonderful.
Are you a king gardener?
Yes, but only an amateur gardener. I mean,
Well, we're all only amateurs.
well, I started off with a balcony and window boxes, and then we were lucky enough to acquire a cottage 25 years ago. And I'm a cottage gardener, and actually I have to hand it to my husband. He does all the donkey work, and I sit back and say what colours I'd like.
And does Benedict help? Has he grown up?
No,
No,
he doesn't. I used
mowing the lawns sometimes, but it's rare. I can't take any credit away from mum and dad. It's utterly them.
No, when he was little, I used to get him out of the balcony and endlessly deadhead petunias. Yes.
And I always work on the garden in Greece when I'm there as well. There's
Yes,
a
you
place
do.
in Greece.
Yeah.
Do you need that sense of sort of exotica and being away to engage with it?
No, not at all. I mean, I have a roof terrace myself, and you know, what's remarkable about any kind of outdoor space, I think, in London is the immediate sense of calm and distraction and sort of contemplation it gives you, which is sort of vital in what I do and the pace of life at the moment. So it's something that I try and seek out. I live somewhere. I'm not far from Hampstead Heath, which is this wonderful wild woodland, ancient woodland, and it's one of the many beautiful London lungs, as they're called, these great parks that we have. But it's utterly, it's so far removed from London. There are times when you're walking there, you can hardly see a plane. You don't see anybody else for 10 minutes at a stretch, and that's very restorative. But even in a smaller space, you know, to be able to be outside.
You spent your early life in Kensington Gardens, of course, the first.
Yeah, which was a very beautiful royal park years ago, and mucked around like most kids did. I mean, that was my abiding memory of gardens with you, was just being told, would you just get out of that flower? You know, just the typical thing of hiding amongst foxgloves.
I couldn't understand that you weren't allowed to pick the flowers.
Yeah.
They were
Wonderful that you play in gardens. It's not all too somber
No.
and serious.
Yeah.
Now, between you know, you've got a roof garden, you've got Hampstead Heath, you've got a cottage garden. You had a look around earlier. So let's see what you put.
It's brilliant bringing mum here because, you know, gardens have always been part of both of our lives. Both my grandparents had gardens. Mum only had a balcony until I was about 12, but even that was flooded with geraniums. It's just nice to share such a sort of British occasion as well.
The white and the pale salmony pink, isn't that beautiful?
It's stunning. Kill them
I
all I
like-
see when you're coming out. Get hold of them and launch them into a crowd.
I've always thought of
They're
gladiators as being very,
I'm very camp flowers.
very bright and but that's wonderfully subtle. I didn't
Actually,
notice.
that's a beautiful colour.
Salmon pink.
Oh, they're
Oh,
incredible.
stunning.
Beautiful.
Too big for our gardens.
Yeah, way too big.
Now, does this bring back any memories?
Yeah, it really. I mean, even the driftwood as well. Like Gran really reminds me of our garden in Brighton. She was always collecting beautiful objects from the beach and then mixing it with bamboo, just like here. The sort of Oriental with the very sort of formalised Oriental with something very organic
Perfect,
and
perfect.
found.
Do these, couldn't you have a little tiny one in a tub?
No.
No.
Well, the problem is they're so it's so overexposed on the roof terrace because it's south facing, and I mean the little ones are beautiful, but I think what's great is when they're uniform. I couldn't do something sort of as
Just
flashy
as
and
one.
wild as this. No, not really,
Yeah.
because it's such a small space. There needs to be something a little bit more organised. What was
I
what
just
was
thought it'd
great?
be rather romantic, just flowing in the
It
breeze.
would be very romantic. But I think I need a bigger roof terrace.
Yes, you do. Look at these. It's so beautiful. You see, I can only grow little ones like that in the garden.
Why?
It's when in a frost pocket, you see.
Well, that's
We
very
have to
true.
keep
Yeah.
taking
Even though
care
it's a
of
small
them.
garden, it's exposed, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and blue lupins too.
Lupins, wow. These are amazing, aren't they? Yeah.
Lovely, but you see, you can't get a solid blue.
No.
But I've got a huge plant at the cottage.
But I
Would you
saw
like
that.
me to come down there?
I do kind of love that. I mean, again, like the gladioli, they're a little bit camp, but
I didn't know they were called Persian slippers.
old man's fingers, the ruder term for them, isn't it?
Is it?
Shakespeare, because I think so. Whenever I got my flowers modelled, I love the colours of this one, how it goes from darker to lighter at the top of the stem. It's just beautiful, isn't it?
Absolutely lovely. I always choose blue and white
Yeah.
because I love the white at night because just as the light's
Yeah,
going, you
it's like a highlight,
Yes,
isn't it? It
it's
sort of
lovely.
sticks out and glows. Beautiful, yeah.
Oh, this wonderful
Gorgeous stone.
topiary, isn't it lovely?
It's really beautiful, isn't it? Nice to get out of the sort of hotness of the
Yes, it's so cool and
flowers.
simple.
Much
Oh, look,
cooler.
my blue.
It's your blue.
Yes. It's just so lovely and
Ah, look.
simple.
A shaded seat for two. Sit ye down, mother. It's quite cool.
Oh, lovely. Oh,
really
it's
nice.
great.
So what did you think, Mum? What did
Oh.
you think of Chelsea?
I think it's wonderful, and thank you very much for bringing me along. I mean, it's just lovely. I would never have got here without you. And one day you're going to have a garden like this.
One day.